It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, October 24th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Monday morning, October 24th, 2016. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news and odds. Top straight 8 is even if Hillary Clinton wins the White House, she could face difficulties in the Capitol if Republicans continue to control the House and Senators and Senate. The AT&T said it has no plans to limit the time warning content and the number of channels. French and 40 days began cleared out to the part of House Journal on Monday. At the jungle camp with the first government message, shuttling migrants and accommodation centers leaving the camp in the morning. Plane crashes had to take off in Malta, killing all 5 on board. Santa Monica, California, famed 60s anti-war activist Tom Maiden, whose name became forever linked with it, celebrating Chicago 712 Vietnam war protests, and his ex-wife, actress Jane Fonda, died at the age of 76. TD Ameritrade Trade, Holding Corporation, is the largest stakeholder of Toronto. Dominion Bank agreed to buy Scott Trade Financial Services Incorporated for $4 billion combined due to the largest online brokerage wall expanded to the U.S. Kurdish forces taken part in an offensive to retake the Iraqi city of Mosul from the Islamic State militants that be stationed in the key to the town in the north. The EU is making the last effort to rescue the landmark CETA trade deal with Canada after Belgium's wealthy region rejected the Monday deadline. As rebel held sections of Aleppo crumbled under Russian bombing in this month, the Obama administration was secretly waiting plans to rush more firepower to the CIA-backed units in Syria. The Prime Minister has offered to the leaders of the 3 devoted governments a direct line to the Brexit Secretary David Davis ahead of the UK's negotiation to leave the EU. A tour bus returning from a casino crashed into the rear of a semi-tractor trail on Sunday near Palm Springs, California, killed 13 people and injured 31 others, according to state police. Naples, Florida. Donald Trump on Sunday linked to the successful enactment of the policy agenda in the election of Republican majority is announced in the Senate one day after he outlined his party days for his first 100 days as president. In Middleburg, 5 people were killed on early on Monday morning when a walkway driver crashed into the Interstate 495 in Middleburg. State police said the driver was headed south of the north on the lane when the car slammed into another vehicle. Police say that they had arrested a third South Center wanted to kill the California tourist in the National Tennessee. Metro Nashville Police said in a statement that 25-year-old Joseph Centella of an Antioch surrendered officers on Sunday was taken. Miami. The National Hurricane Center said Tropical Storm Seymour, which is 100 miles from the Mexico to Pacific Ocean, become a hurricane on Monday. Mosul, the Kurdish Peshmerga, said the town of Michigan near Mosul was under control good enough for major supply wood for the Islamic State. Washington, the UPSC voter. Daily presidential tracking poll released Monday shows Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump by 3.07 percentage points. Denver's Massachusetts, the State Department of Environment Protection says the action to take a train car caused about 2,400 gallons of diesel fuel to spill along the section of tracks in Massachusetts. The Sun reports area firefighters are called in the area. Denver's about 6:30 p.m. Sunday. DEP Director of Public Affairs Ed Gladys said the Pan Am Railway's locomotive was traveling beyond a large warehouse when the incident occurred. Springfield, Massachusetts, police say a 15-year-old boy was injured after he was shot twice in Springfield. Take a look at some business news. UK business in the middle enterprise software cloud software business from Microsoft and facing prospect from January 1st. On Friday, Microsoft quietly released the news and changed the price from the mobile asset products via its UK TechNet blog. After 2 years of looking to expand aircraft company maker Rockwell Collins says struggling to buy aircraft interior maker BE Aerospace with $62 for the share cash to stock with the company said on Sunday. Here's on October business growth. Price was last. Kitchen, Oklahoma, local media Oklahoma reported Monday the company was working on contain a release of crude oil from nearly main U.S. oil storage hub in Cushing. Thus, even though job growth was slower in the last year, senior economists in Texas said the recovery crude oil prices suggested the recovery was underway. London, thought problem loans will continue to drag on performance. Monday said it would raise its outlook for the bank system of oil-rich Russia from negative and stable. Medad, North Dakota, protesting against the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline are endangering the safety of the Republican violated federal aviation rules, up 40D said. Take a look at the stocks. Now. Down 6.64 points at 81.45.71. SP 500 at 18 cents at 2,141.68. And the Nasdaq 5,257.40. Down 15.57 points. The first martial call this with a limited chance customs that used about it. Infant should sleep in the same room as parents, but not the same bed. And reduce risk of sudden infant death syndrome. New guidelines for the American Academy of Pediatric Eyes. A judge of women in New Year is going to be having labor CBD in the hospital when she doubled it was pain, but it was a kidney stone, but that pain turned out to be a baby. Phoenix, there was a palpable moment for Democrat who considered Arizona State so tradition Republican and the party's nominee for president and just killed in the past 64 years. Final 2 days leading up to the final debate showed out in Las Vegas, Donald Trump was driving the best as the nervous summit of Hillary Clinton's campaign team. Las Vegas Review journalist booking the first American newspaper to endorse Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. Peter Chelduza is 8:06 on this Monday morning, and take a look at doing it as well. Reports in the early morning hours of in Raleigh, Massachusetts. Moving back to the Route 1 off of Wall Street is moving back to the wild card. Went into the telephone pole to West. I don't know any injuries. Peter Chelduza is out 8:06 on this Sunday. Peter Chelduza 8:06 on this Monday morning, and it's time out for sports report. The New England Patriots defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-16. The New England Rebels should break the Montreal Impact in Gillette 3-0. Glendale, Arizona. Long before Arizona Cardinals kicker Chandler Kitchens to the Seattle Seahawks kicker Stephen Oscar missed field goals inside 30 yards in overtime that would have given them respect to even win Sunday night. Cardinals coach Bruce Arians was against blocked field goal ruling. Boston less than 24 hours after Saturday. Free Adrian Radcliffe in the Celtics played the 6'11" forward on Saturday. Rams had Monday's roster cut down deadline. Peter Childers is now 8:07 on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Time out for driver report. Baby! Let's have entertainment. 76 minutes looking good on the Camille Rail. Fairmont trade, 7 Fiddle expected to depart. Redeveloped 10-20 Miss Fiasco due to late around yard by trade. Fremont trade 587. 736 for substation departed. Substation is operated 3545. Miss Fiasco due to a mechanical issue. Worcester trade 552. 8:05 a.m. from Worcester expected to depart. Worcester 10-20 Miss Fiasco schedule. Worcester trade 505. 715 a.m. outbound is expected to operate 30-40 Miss Fiasco between South Station and Worcester. Fremont trade 584 expected to depart. Fremont 10-20 Miss Fiasco due to late around yard by trade. Fremont trade 585, 645, South Station operated 3545, Miss late between South Station, Fremont and Worcester trade 512, expected to depart Worcester 1525, Miss Fiasco due to late around the by train. Haverhill trade 201 has been operated 1050, Miss Fiasco between North Station and Haverhill due to late around at the end by train. Needham trade 6068 today about expected to depart Needham at 1020 minutes late around the by train. Needham trade 604, 732 is operated 1050, Miss Fiasco between Needham and Jackson Substation. Needham trade 601, 705 a.m. Outbound is operated 10:50, 20 minutes behind schedule between Substation and Needham. Stoughton trade down to 5, 735. Outbound is not yet departed. Substation is currently 50-25 minutes behind schedule. And Promise trade 805, 725. Substation is operated 5:50 minutes behind schedule between Substation and Wickford Junction. And on the ferries, they are looking again. Alright, how is it Bowies of New England on this Monday morning? Looking at Connecticut, 95 in the southbound side. It's back to Bridgeport on to Greenwich. Merritt Parkway westbound back to the Greenwich side of Stafford. 84 westbound side is back to the Newtown and Denbury. Eastbound is back to Barrett. 8 in Waterbury. Eastbound 84 is back to Newton to Hartford. 91 is southbound side of Windsor and downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 291 westbound side of Slow-Form Road. 91 on the northbound side it is back to from Middletown to downtown Hartford. 95 on the northbound side it is back to around West Haven to New Haven. 91 on the southbound side is around New Haven. 91 on the southbound side it is back up around 291 57 in Springfield. Mass regular change in 291 in Springfield is also 84 eastbound side is back to around Service Stretch. 290 eastbound side it is back to around Route 9 in Worcester. 190 is southbound side it is back to around 290 Worcester. 146 northbound slow around 290 Worcester. Out and without 195 westbound side it is back to Seacock down to downtown Providence. 95 southbound is back to particularly to Providence. 146 southbound side is back to the North Smithfield Stretch. 1 midnight the northbound side is back to 126 122 in Lincoln Wood Stretch, 95 is back to the protective Providence. 146 step pass back to 50 to 95. That's our Providence. 295 step pass back to Justin. 295 both is back to 37 down to work. Then it crests at 95 and the dot pass out back to 37 and work all the way to downtown Providence. 21 on the dot pass out back to the Berkeley after 140 at the top, 185 and the step pass out 185 west pass back to 140 in New Bedford and Dartmouth. Route 6 to the west pass out slow round. 134 to Dennis. 95 and the dot pass out backed up from South Bay Street shared on Route 128 to Kenton. 95 step pass out is backed up around. 152 in Dolphin Edinburgh audio through 295 in Edinburgh. 295 both ends back to around 95. 24 dot pass out is slower from 139 so the Route 128 Kenton. Route 3 the dot pass out is backed up from Derby Street to Higginbotham to Braintree Split. 485 the dot pass out is backed up from Milford. Audio to Route 9 in Westborough. Mass Spaghetti D's pass out slow from Framingham all the way out to the Austin Barrett Tolls. South is president both ends. It's back to around Braintree Split and then all the way down to George Church. 93 the stop outside it is. Backed up from 485 Lost Way into the Mass back in Boston. 120 is up outside of Lowell, Braintree Split. 120 the north outside back to the Braintree all the way up to Stoughton. Around the 130 in Canton. And they're getting from Route 1 and north up to Route 20 Waltham. Route 120 is up outside and backed up from Reddit all the way up to Waltham. Route 2 east outside is backed up from Arlington all the way to Somerville. Route 2 to the west outside back to the Lexington stretch. Route 1 on the south side back to Chelsea to Charlestown. 7 slow Cowtown looking good. Mass back to the west side back up from Logan Airport all the way up to South Boston. 185 on the south outside back to the Hudson stretch. 185 on the south outside back to the Littleton stretch. Route 3 is south outside is back to around Route 40 westward all the way at Millwick and his base get around Route 128 in Middleton. 185 on the south outside. Low slow from Long Train, Route 93 in Knox and Andover. 93 to the south outside is back to the train direction. 93 to the north outside and south outside, Little Side, 293 Manchester temperatures. Every turnpike south outside is Little Side, Manchester, Merrimack stretch. 101 in these spots outside it is back to around Route 95 in Hampton. Spotted turnpike is south outside it is back to around Route 4 in Durham, New Hampshire. 93 to the north outside it is Little Side, 89 Cork, New Hampshire. And up in Maine, how is it, Bowie? Is it Maine? Not looking good. It's an 89 stop outside it. A little slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. And 87 to stop outside it. It is backed up just before Route 7 in Detroit and New York State 3 eastbound side. It is a little slow from 890 all the way to Interstate 87. Peter Chill News Time is 8:12 on this Monday morning, and it is time now for a weather report. And take a look at radar. It shows a lot of rain showers stretching from Falmouth all the way out to the southeastern Cape Islands and around Nantucket. And a heavy band of rain showers stretching way off the Long Island Sound. It's going to be moving out. It's about 2 hours from now. As the rain showers move from southeastern Massachusetts. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. First, day, a slight chance of rain before 9 a.m. Class gas 5 mid-morning, the gradual clear high about 58 degrees. Light west wind increase at 9 to 14 miles an hour. The chance range to 20%. Tonight, podcast about 33 degrees. West about 7 to 10 miles. Gust tonight, 28 miles an hour for Tuesday. Most skies come at 49 degrees. Northwest about 8 to 14 miles. Gust tonight, 24 miles an hour for Tuesday night. Podcast about 30 degrees. Northwest about 6 to 11 miles. Gust tonight, 23 miles an hour for Wednesday. Mostly sunny. Podcast come at 40 about 30 degrees. Northwest about 7 miles an hour for Thursday. Chance rain after 2 p.m. Partly sunny. Sky about 50 will about 40 degrees. Chance patience 30% up to 90%. And Friday, rain like rain before 7 a.m. Partly sky about 58 degrees. And chance patience 6%. Friday night, most skies about 39 degrees. By Saturday, mostly extended. Most skies about 38, about 40 degrees. And from Sunday, most skies about 56 degrees. Currently in Naughton area is 45 degrees with humidity of 99%. And it's clear skies. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this October 24th, 2016 on a Monday morning. Appears to be a good morning and a good bye. Stay tuned in. A good day.